honor, we have a very special guest, Aaron Ralston!
Oh gosh, it's a real pleasure to be here. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Hey! You lost? I'm a guide. So what do you say? See, I'm something of a big and hard hero.
All you have to remember is that everything will be okay.
Oh my God!
He walks in there as a very, very confident superhero. He's got everything going for him. He's 27, he's an ultra-marathon runner. He climbs the Colorado 14,000 feet peaks in winter solo. You know, he's an Intel engineer who's turned his back on that career, you know, doesn't want to be boxed up like that. Very bright guy. And nature kind of just stops him and says that he's going to go on a slightly different journey if he wants to get out of here. And he has to move back to people that he's kind of fled, really, or not thought of enough, not considered enough, really. And so that's the story of the film, and that's why we thought it was interesting, because it wasn't, you know, it wasn't just a... Because I think if it's just a superhero story, it's just a survival film then.
Mom, Dad, I haven't appreciated you as I know that I could. I love you guys, and I'll always be with you.
I mean, it's a really, really tough thing to do, to write a movie in which there's so little dialogue, in which everything is driven by the action, and so much of the style of the movie as well that you've just seen was embedded, was written into the screenplay and conceived into it from the very beginning. I mean, it felt epic on the page, even though it was really achieving its effects through the aggregation of detail.
I've always felt it was the one mountaineering story ever written that you could never turn into a film. And when I heard that Danny and Christian were trying to do this, I couldn't understand how it was possible. It had everything going against it that one would expect from a film story. So Danny plonked a 40-page document in front of me and said, "This is how we do it." And it all became possible. Because I think you found the way in to telling the story via the video messages, which of course means that it's not a one-man story at all, really. It's a story of two people down the canyon.
This marks 24 hours of being stuck. I've been chipping away. Want to keep warm than anything. I have about 150 milliliters of water left, which should keep me alive till tomorrow night, if I'm lucky. So that's it.
Aaron wanted to make it as a documentary, or a drama documentary, and a bit like Touching the Void, you know, where there'll be interviews, and I can understand why he wanted to do that, because he wanted to control it. He'd heard about Hollywood, you know, and and what it does to true stories and all that kind of stuff. So we agreed to meet later, maybe one day, and then we had a great success with Slumdog, and I think that reassured him about us as filmmakers, and we started talking about it again.
Hey there, Aaron. Is it true you didn't tell anyone where you were going? Oops.
We were trying to work out how to show him the movie. So we thought, we'll take him to the first test screening, which was in New Jersey. And it was extraordinary. It was very intense. And it being, I don't really know about this, but I was told this, that it being New Jersey, they reacted in a certain way. And when he cut the arm off, they all stood up and cheered. Yes! Yes! They screamed. I mean, seriously, it was like, I mean, it was, we were like this, because we were tense. It was our first test screening, and suddenly there was this, whoa, and it was, and I looked over at him, and he was in floods of tears, and I spoke to him afterwards about it, and he said some bits of it I felt really cold about, separate from, and other bits of it I was overwhelmed by the return, you know, going back there. How you work that out, how you work out what it's like to watch it recreated, I don't know how, I mean, it's another movie really in a way.